Welcome to Sophie Stadium in Los Angeles, where more than 70,000 passionate supporters have packed the stands for this huge FIFA World Cup quarterfinal between Spain and Belgium. The temperature is around 27 degrees Celsius, or 81 degrees Fahrenheit, warm enough to test the players, but absolutely perfect for football under the lights. The atmosphere is electric, but the noise is relentless, and somewhere in this stadium, at least one supporter has already lost their voice before the match has even started. Spain arrive with extraordinary confidence. La Roja have gone 609 consecutive minutes without conceding a World Cup goal, a defensive record so impressive that Belgium may need both a key and the correct password to unlock it. Spain are also unbeaten in their last 11 meetings with Belgium, winning 9 of them. They have claimed 5 consecutive victories over the Red Devils by an aggregate score of 13-1. However, World Cup history offers Belgium some encouragement. The Red Devils eliminated Spain on penalties in the 1986 quarterfinal after a 1-1 draw, while Spain responded with a 2-1 victory in the 1990 group stage. Tonight, the rivalry returns to the knockout stage. Spain will rely on their patient possession, aggressive pressing, and the fearless creativity of Lamine Yamal. Belgium, meanwhile, have Kevin De Bruyne pulling the strings, Jeremy Doku carrying lightning in his boots, and Thibaut Courtois standing between the posts like a very tall security system. The winner will advance to face France in the World Cup semi-finals. The players are ready. The referee checks his watch. The crowd rises to its feet. Everything is set in Los Angeles. And here we go. The first minute. Charles de Ketelaere rolls the ball into motion. And this World Cup quarterfinal is officially alive in Los Angeles. Belgium begin with confidence, but Spain immediately squeeze forward. There is no gentle opening here. No polite introduction. Both teams have arrived with one clear message. Someone is going home tonight. The third minute. Spain are already controlling the ball with their usual calm authority. Rodri drops deep. Fabián Ruiz moves alongside him. Belgium are being asked to chase shadows, and those shadows are moving very quickly. The biggest surprise remains Pedri's place on the bench. Spain have changed their starting 11 less than any other quarter-finalists. Yet Luis de la Fuente has chosen this enormous occasion to make a major midfield decision. Bold management, or the sort of decision that keeps a coach awake at 3 in the morning. The 5th minute. Fabián Ruiz slides a dangerous pass behind the Belgian defense. Lamine Yamal accelerates immediately. The teenager is away down the right, but Brandon Michele reads the danger and gets across just in time to clear. That was a warning. Belgium have barely settled into their defensive shape, and Yamal is already knocking on the door like an impatient delivery driver. The 6th minute. Now Belgium respond? Jeremy Doku receives the ball inside his own half and glides past Dani Olmo. Then Pedro Porro. Then Fabián Ruiz. 3 Spanish players left behind in a few seconds. Doku combines with the Ketelaere near the center circle before moving the attack toward the right. That is what Belgium can offer. Spain may dominate possession, but Doku requires only one patch of grass and half a second to create panic. The 8th minute. This is only the 3rd World Cup meeting between these two nations. Belgium eliminated Spain on penalties in the 1986 quarterfinal after a 1-1 draw. Spain later won 2-1 in the group stage in 1990. History has provided one victory each. Tonight is the deciding chapter, and judging by the opening minutes, neither team plans to make it a quiet one. The 10th minute. Spain win a free kick on the left after Leandro Trossard pulls back Alex Baena. The delivery is drilled into the penalty area. Marc Cucurella flicks it forward. Fabián Ruiz pulls the ball back into the middle. Rodri arrives. First time shot. Blocked. Nathan Ngoy throws himself in front of the ball and makes a brave defensive stop. Spain created that beautifully. One touch after another. Belgium's defense briefly looked like it had been placed inside a washing machine. Ngoy, however, found the emergency button. The 12th minute. Hans van Aken looks up and threads a long pass into the channel for de Ketelaere. The Belgian striker begins his run behind the defense. Laporte sees it. Laporte slides. Perfect timing. The Spanish center back redirects the ball safely back toward Unai Simon. That was outstanding defending. One mistimed movement and de Ketelaere is through. Laporte handled the danger like a man calmly removing a glass from the edge of a table. The 13th minute. Pau Cubarsí now produces a beautiful long pass toward Alex Baena. Baena attacks the space and meets the ball at speed. He shoots quickly. Blocked again. Nathan Ngoy gets in the way for the second time. The Belgian defender is becoming a human roadblock. Spain keep finding routes toward goal, and Goy keeps appearing with a large red stop sign. The 14th minute. Belgium break down the left. Doku slips a clever pass into the path of Maxim de Kuiper. The fullback reaches the byline and delivers a first-time cross, but it travels directly into Unai Simon's gloves. Belgium found the space. The final ball simply arrived with an address label reading, Spanish goalkeeper. The 15th minute. Belgium counter again. Kevin De Bruyne releases Doku into open space. Doku drives forward, cuts inside one challenge, then another. He finds De Ketelaere inside the penalty area. De Ketelaere shifts onto his left foot. Shot. Cucurella blocks it. Excellent defending from the Spanish left back. That was Belgium's clearest attacking moment so far. Doku created the opening with pure speed and balance, but Cucurella arrived at exactly the right moment. The duel between Doku and Spain's defenders is already beginning to produce sparks. The 17th minute. This is Spain's 6th World Cup quarterfinal. They progressed from only one of their previous 5. That successful appearance came in 2010, when they defeated Paraguay and continued all the way to the trophy. 16 years later, another semifinal is within reach, but Belgium are not here to provide a historical celebration. They are here to ruin the party and possibly take the decorations home with them. The 18th minute. Timothy Castagne sends a high cross into the penalty areas. Pedro Porro and De Kuiper both attack it in the air. Their heads collide. Both players go down. Belgium briefly appeal for something, but the referee awards a free kick to Spain. No penalty. No drama from the official. Just 2 footballers discovering that the ball was not the hardest object in the air. The 20th minute. Spain have now gone 609 minutes without conceding a World Cup goal. Their last goal allowed came against Japan in 2022. That is an extraordinary defensive sequence. Belgium are therefore not simply trying to score tonight. They are attempting to break into a building that has remained locked for more than 10 hours of World Cup football. The 21st minute. Belgium lose possession near the edge of their own penalty area. The loose ball rolls straight to Lamine Yamal. He takes one touch, looks toward the far corner. Curled shot, just wide. Oh, that was close. The ball bends beyond Courtois and drifts narrowly past the far post. Yamal does not need much space. Give him 1 meter and he turns it into a laboratory. Give him 2 meters and the goalkeeper begins negotiating with destiny. The 23rd minute. The referee calls for the first half hydration break. The players gather near the touchline. Spain receive tactical instructions. Belgium take the opportunity to reorganize. And everyone inside the stadium gets a brief moment to breathe. It has been warm, intense, and tactically demanding. Even the ball probably appreciates the rest. The 25th minute. Spain are unbeaten in their last 11 meetings with Belgium. They have won 9 of those matches and claimed 5 consecutive victories by an aggregate score of 13-1. Those numbers strongly favor La Roja, but statistics do not tackle, statistics do not shoot, and statistics certainly do not stop Jeremy Doku once he begins running at full speed. The 26th minute. Play resumes. Spain immediately returned to patient possession, moving Belgium from one side to the other. The Belgian defense remains compact, but the spaces between the fullbacks and center backs are beginning to stretch. Spain are pulling at the structure carefully, not violently, not desperately, just one pass at a time, like someone slowly loosening the lid of a very stubborn jar. The 28th minute. Yamal receives the ball on the right and produces a delightful outside of the foot cross. Alex Baena makes a sharp run toward the near post. The delivery hangs above him, but it is slightly too high. Courtois steps forward and gathers safely. Another elegant idea from Yamal. The execution was almost perfect. Baena needed perhaps 2 additional centimeters or a small ladder. The 30th minute. Go! Spain have the breakthrough. The move begins on the right. Pedro Porro combines brilliantly with Lamine Yamal. Porro escapes Doku and drives a low first-time cross into the penalty area. Dani Olmo meets it. Shot. Courtois saves, but the ball is loose. Fabián Ruiz arrives. Right-footed finish. Into the net. Spain lead 1-0. The stadium erupts. Ruiz follows the play perfectly and punishes Belgium from close range. Courtois makes the first save, but he cannot control the rebound. And Fabián Ruiz is there like a man who has been waiting all evening for someone to drop something valuable. Spain's pressure finally produces the reward. Belgium defended bravely for half an hour. Then one rebound changed everything. The 32nd minute. Spain's confidence has just skyrocketed. That opening goal was no accident. It was the reward for relentless pressure. Clever movement, and refusing to let Belgium breathe inside their own penalty area. Even more impressively, Spain have now scored 6 first-half goals during this World Cup. Only one team managed more before this match. Belgium suddenly look as though they've been asked to climb a mountain while wearing football boots filled with concrete. The 34th minute. Lamine Yamal is simply impossible to ignore. He dances away from Doku. He glides beyond Nicolas Raskin. The teenager drives directly toward the heart of Belgium's defense before Doku finally brings him down. Free kick. Perfect shooting position. If defending Yamal came with a user manual, Belgium appeared to have misplaced it somewhere before kickoff. The 35th minute. Yamal places the ball carefully. Deep breath. Short run-up. Left-footed curler. Over the wall. Courtois flies. What a save. The Belgian captain stretches both hands and somehow pushes the ball away before his defenders desperately clear the rebound. That is world-class goalkeeping. Yamal thought he had found the top corner. Courtois politely disagreed. The 36th minute. Spain keep coming. Aymeric Laporte launches another magnificent long ball over the defense. Alex Baena controls brilliantly inside the area. He fires past Courtois. The net ripples, but the referee blows immediately. Handballs, no goal. Spain celebrate for approximately 3 seconds before remembering football occasionally enjoys ruining celebrations. The 38th minute. Spain have won 6 of their previous 7 World Cup knockout matches after scoring first. The only exception eventually ended in defeat on penalties against Russia in 2018. History is smiling kindly at La Roja. Belgium, however, are trying very hard to wipe that smile away. The 40th minute. Oh my word. Lamine Yamal again. Rodri finds him with a clever pass out on the right. Yamal takes one magical touch inside, then another. 2 Belgian defenders are suddenly looking at each other instead of the football. Left-footed rocket, just into the side netting. For a split second half, the stadium thought it was in, including several Spanish supporters who were already halfway through celebrating. The 41st minute. Goal! Belgium hit back. What a response. Leandro Trossard drifts inside before slipping possession toward Timothy Castagne. The right back's first cross is blocked. He refuses to panic. He collects it again. Another delivery into the area. Charles de Ketelaere rises above everyone. Powerful header into the far corner. Unai Simon has no chance. It's 1-1. Belgium have done what nobody else managed throughout this entire tournament. They have scored against Spain. De Ketelaere attacks the cross brilliantly, getting across Pau Kubarsi before powering the header beyond the goalkeeper. That finish carried authority. That celebration carried belief. And suddenly this quarterfinal has exploded back into life. The 43rd minute. Belgium sense an opportunity. Kevin De Bruyne spins away in midfield and starts another dangerous counterattack. Pau Kubarsi knows exactly what is happening. Unfortunately, he also knows he cannot stop it legally. He grabs De Bruyne's shirt. Yellow card. No complaints. Sometimes defenders must choose between receiving a booking or watching the opposition celebrate. Kubarsi chooses the yellow. His teammates probably appreciate the sacrifice. The 45th minute. Spain refused to lose control. Alex Baena drifts toward the right and lays the ball into Pedro Porro's path. The fullback strikes first time with his weaker foot. Wide. Not disastrously wide. Just enough to remind the photographers behind the goal to stay alert. The 45+1 TH minute. 5 additional minutes. Belgium have injected fresh belief into this contest. Spain suddenly find themselves in unfamiliar territory. For the first time at this World Cup, they have conceded. The clean sheet machine has finally been switched off. The 45+2 TH minute. Spain win another corner. Rodri cannot quite turn toward goal. Instead, he lays the ball into the path of Fabián Ruiz. Ruiz absolutely hammers it. Thud. Straight into Timothy Castagne. The Belgian defender wears that strike like a badge of honor. Some blocks deserve their own applause. That was certainly one of them. The 45+4th minute. Belgium survive another spell of Spanish pressure. Ruiz has now been directly involved in 5 goals across major tournaments for Spain. 3 goals, 2 assists. Quietly effective. Not anymore. Everybody inside the stadium now knows exactly how influential he has become. The 45+5th minute. Doku bursts into open space again. Rodri races across. Pedro Porro joins him. The Belgian winger suddenly finds 3 red shirts surrounding him. His cross loops harmlessly over everyone. Spain continue defending as a unit. Nobody panics. Nobody dives in. They simply suffocate every dangerous situation one pass at a time. The 45+6th minute. The referee brings the first half to an end. Spain walk toward the tunnel wondering how they are no longer ahead. Belgium march off smiling after surviving long periods of pressure before landing one perfectly timed punch. At halftime, it remains beautifully balanced. Spain have controlled possession. Belgium have shown tremendous resilience. And if the opening 45 minutes are any indication, the second half might require every neutral supporter to keep their heart medication close by. The 46th minute. The second half is underway. Spain immediately reclaim possession, calmly exchanging passes across the back line before pushing Belgium deeper into their own half. Despite conceding just before the break, La Roja still look completely convinced that this match belongs to them. Belgium, meanwhile, have discovered something priceless: belief. And in knockout football, belief can be worth far more than possession statistics. The 47th minute. Oegi, that was dangerous. Spain give possession away from their own free kick. Doku pounces instantly and charges toward the penalty areas. Trossard races into space beside him. The through ball takes a slight deflection off Rodri, but Unai Simon reacts brilliantly. The goalkeeper sprints off his line and gathers before Trossard can arrive. Spain escape. For just a second, every Spanish supporter probably forgot how to breathe. The 48th minute. Spain answer immediately. Pau Cubarsí launches a magnificent long pass over Belgium's defense. Lamine Yamal times his run perfectly. Or perhaps not, the assistant's flag goes up. Offside. Courtois clears comfortably, even when the move doesn't count. Yamal somehow manages to remind everyone that he exists. The 50th minute. An incredible statistic flashes across the stadium screens. Pau Cubarsí and Lamine Yamal become only the second pair of teenagers ever to start together in a World Cup quarterfinal. The previous pair, Pelé and Jose Altafini, not bad company for two young men who still occasionally get asked for identification. The 52nd minute. Spain comes so close. Yamal drifts inside once again. He exchanges passes with Ruiz. Oyarzabal cleverly lays it off. Cucurella arrives. Back to Yamal. First time shot. It takes the slightest touch on its way through and spins inches wide of the far post. Belgium survive once more. The margins are becoming microscopic. The 53rd minute. Another Spanish corner. Played short. Cross delivered. Headed back toward Dani Olmo. He steadies himself. Half volley. Over the bar. Olmo had visions of another spectacular World Cup goal. Instead, the football temporarily begins exploring the Californian skyline. The 54th minute. Belgium almost turned the match around. Doku and De Bruyne exchange a brilliant 1-2. Doku bursts into the box. He cuts it back dangerously. Blocked. The rebound falls perfectly for Maxime de Kuyper. Left-footed strike. Side netting. Spain breathe again. Belgium were only centimeters away from completing a stunning comeback. The 55th minute. Spain make the first tactical move. Ferran Torres replaces Alex Baena. Moments later, Pedri comes on for goalscorer Fabián Ruiz. Fresh legs, fresh creativity. Luis de la Fuente is determined to keep the pressure flowing. When your substitutes include Pedri, life is generally going rather well. The 57th minute. Pedri is immediately involved. Spain patiently recycle possession before Yamal whips a dangerous cross toward the 6-yard box. Cucurella charges in. Courtois dive. Strong punch clear. The Belgian goalkeeper is putting together another outstanding performance. Without him, Spain might already be booking hotel rooms for the semi-final. The 58th minute. Yamal receives possession once more. How many times has Belgium seen that sentence today? He glides inside, looks up. Another teasing delivery toward the back post. Courtois is there again. Every Spanish attack seems to end with one question. Can Courtois save Belgium one more time? So far, yes. The 60th minute. Belgium respond with a triple substitution. Axel Witsel enters. Romelu Lukaku joins the attack. Joaquin Seys replaces De Kuyper. A fresh experience, fresh energy, and perhaps fresh headaches for Spain's defenders. The 61st minute. Yamal again. The teenager cuts inside Seys almost immediately. Curling effort. Courtois makes another brilliant saves. Belgium barely have time to celebrate before launching their own attack. Doku races forward. Raskin slips into space. Cross. Confusion inside the Spanish penalty area. Kevin De Bruyne controls, turns, shoots low. Straight at Unai Simon. End-to-end football. Neither goalkeeper is willing to blink. The 63rd minute. Spain thought they had it. Yamal threads a beautiful through ball behind Belgium's defense. Oyarzabal races clear. One-on-one. Courtois saves with his near leg. Outstanding goalkeeping again. Courtois is beginning to resemble a brick wall wearing goalkeeper gloves. Spain keep producing answers. Belgium somehow keep finding solutions. The 65th minute. Another remarkable milestone. This is Courtois' 21st World Cup appearance. Only Manuel Neuer has played more matches as a goalkeeper in tournament history. And tonight, the Belgian giant is performing like a man determined to protect that legacy. The 67th minute. Play suddenly stops. Courtois remains on the ground. He reaches toward his thigh. That doesn't look comfortable. Belgian players gather around him. Medical staff sprint onto the pitch. The referee signals another hydration break. For the first time all evening, Belgium looked genuinely worried. The 69th minute. Good news for Belgium. Courtois gets back to his feet. The stadium applauds. Play resumes? But everyone is watching the Belgian goalkeeper carefully now. He is moving, yet perhaps not quite as freely as before. The 70th minute. Another glorious Spanish opportunity. Rodri clips a wonderful pass over the defense. Cucurella nods it back into the danger area. Ferran Torres attacks it powerfully. Header. Over the bar. Spain simply cannot believe that chance has escaped. Belgium survive again. The 71st minute. Belgium's worst fears are confirmed. Thibaut Courtois cannot continue. The legendary goalkeeper slowly walks off the pitch, clearly frustrated, while Senne Lammens comes on to replace him. What a cruel moment. Courtois had produced save after save, keeping Belgium alive. Now, with 20 minutes left, an untested replacement is suddenly asked to stand between Spain and the World Cup semi-finals. Talk about being thrown into the deep end. The 73rd minute. An incredible statistic emerges. There are more than 16 years between Belgium substitutes Axel Witsel and Joachim Seys. One has experienced almost everything football can offer. The other is only beginning the journey. Both now carry exactly the same responsibility. Keep Spain out. The 74th minute. Spain immediately tests the new goalkeeper's defense. Dani Olmo slips a clever pass toward Oyarzabal, just too heavy. Moments later, Pedro Porro threads another dangerous ball toward Ferran Torres. Brandon Michel reads it brilliantly and intercepts. Belgium's defenders know exactly what is coming. Wave after wave after wave. The 76th minute. Space opens once again for Lamine Yamal. The teenager cuts inside before laying the ball perfectly into Pedro Porro's path. Cross it. Cross it. Instead, Porro hesitates. One extra touch. Raskin dives across and clears. Sometimes football is brutally simple. Shoot early, cross early, or Belgium will happily do the defending for you. The 78th minute. History offers Belgium encouragement. The Red Devils eliminated Spain on penalties in the famous 1986 World Cup quarterfinals. They also defeated Brazil at this stage in 2018. Belgium know exactly how to survive nights like these. Spain know exactly how difficult they can become. The 79th minute. Spain make another attacking substitution. Nico Williams replaces Mikel Oyarzabal. Fresh pace, fresh legs, fresh problems for tired Belgian defenders. Luis de la Fuente clearly has no interest in extra time. He wants this finished inside 90 minutes. The 81st minute. Concern now surrounds Belgium once again. Kevin De Bruyne appears uncomfortable. The captain briefly reaches toward his leg after another sprint. Belgium have already lost Courtois. They desperately cannot afford another injury. Every Belgian supporter inside the stadium is holding their breath. The 82nd minute. Danny Murphy comments from the broadcast booth that Belgium's central defenders have been magnificent. It is difficult to disagree. Nathan Ngoy and Brandon McKelly have blocked shots, won headers, intercepted passes, and somehow kept Spain from scoring again despite wave after wave of pressure. If defenders collected loyalty points, these two would already qualify for free holidays. The 83rd minute. Another huge chance. Rodri clips a perfect pass over the top. Yamal bursts beyond the defense. His first touch lets him down slightly. Joachim Seys recovers brilliantly. Lammens comes off his line and collects on. That tiny first touch may have changed the entire tournament. The 84th minute. Belgium nearly steal it. Unai Simon rushes outside his penalty area to clear. The ball falls kindly. Kevin De Bruyne sees the empty goal. He shoots from distance. Rodri blocks it. Magnificent recovery defending. Rodri may have just prevented one of the most unbelievable goals in World Cup history. The 85th minute. Kevin De Bruyne finally loses his patience. Ferran Torres breaks away. The Belgian captain drags him down from behind. Yellow card. Professional foul. No arguments. Sometimes experience means knowing exactly when to accept the booking. The 86th minute. Belgium make their final change. Alexis Saelemaekers replaces Kevin De Bruyne. Lukaku now takes over the captain's armband. Spain also roll the dice. Mikel Merino replaces Dani Olmo. The hero against Portugal enters once again. Belgium know exactly what happened the last time this man came off the bench. They would rather not watch the sequel. The 88th minute. Go whoop you ma. Spain have done it. The substitute strikes again. Spain recycle possession patiently through Pedri. The ball reaches Pau Cubarsí. The young defender steps forward and drives a low shot toward goal. Lammens spills it. The rebound falls straight to Mikel Merino. Left-footed finish. 2-1 Spain. What an impact. Merino scores less than 2 minutes after entering the pitch. Exactly as he did against Portugal. The Spanish bench explodes onto the touchline. The stadium erupts. Belgium stand frozen. Lammens had been excellent since replacing Courtois. But on the biggest moment of the night, the rebound escaped him. Football can be wonderfully cruel. The 90th minute. 7 additional minutes. 7. Belgium still have time. Plenty of time. Spain cannot celebrate yet. Every clearance suddenly feels like a goal. Every pass suddenly feels dangerous. This match is far from over. The 90+ second minute. Incredible defending. Belgium throw everyone forward. Saelemaekers races clear down the left after Doku's clever pass. He rounds Unai Simon. The goal is completely open. Cross toward Lukaku. Laporte flies through the air. Acrobatic goal line clearance. Unbelievable. That is every defender's dream. One perfect intervention. One moment that could define an entire tournament. Lukaku cannot believe it. Spain cannot believe they survived. The 90+ third minute. Belgium launch another counterattack. Doku charges through midfield. Aymeric Laporte has only one option. Bring him down. Yellow card? No complaints. The veteran defender accepts it immediately. Sometimes tactical fouls are simply the price of survival. The 90+ 5th minute. Axel Witsel arrives late into Rodri during another fierce midfield battle. Yellow card. Belgium are throwing absolutely everything into these final moments. The tackles grow stronger. The tension grows heavier. Every second now feels like an entire minute. The 90+ 6th minute. One final chance. Raskin curls a magnificent cross into the Spanish penalty area. Unai Simon Gomez drops it. Lukaku challenges. Chaos. The loose ball bounces dangerously before Pau Cubarsí desperately hacks it clear. Spanish hearts stop, then immediately start beating again. The 90+ 7th minute. Spain almost finish it. Marc Cucurella storms into open space. Powerful low strike. Lammens saves. Belgium are still alive. Barely. The 90+ 8th minute. There's the final whistle. Spain are through to the World Cup semi-finals. What a magnificent football match. Belgium pushed one of the tournament favorites all the way to the edge. Courtois delivered a goalkeeping masterclass before injury forced him off. Ketelaere became the first player to score against Spain in this World Cup. Doku was electric. Noy and Michel defended heroically. But once again, Mikel Merino wrote the final chapter. Just as he rescued Spain against Portugal, he climbs off the bench to become the match winner once more. Spain survive, Belgium fall with enormous pride, and now, another gigantic challenge awaits. France, one place in the World Cup final will soon be on the line. Thank you so much for watching this thrilling World Cup quarterfinal between Spain and Belgium. Spain showed patience, quality, and incredible determination to secure a dramatic 2-1 victory. Fabián Ruiz opened the scoring. Charles de Ketelaere brought Belgium level with a powerful header. And once again, Mikel Merino stepped off the bench to become Spain's late hero. Belgium fought bravely until the final whistle. Thibaut Courtois produced a superb performance before injury forced him off. Jeremy Doku caused constant problems, and Aymeric Laporte's dramatic late clearance helped Spain survive one final Belgian assault. In the end, Spain held their nerve and booked their place in the FIFA World Cup 2026 semifinals, where another huge challenge awaits against France. If you enjoyed this match commentary, please leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you do not miss our next full match commentary, highlights, goals, and unforgettable World Cup moments. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next match.